attention, like it already said enough. Every note feels unconcerned with being strong or being tough. I don't prepare for disappointment, I don't guard against regret. The story doesn't ask for judgment, it just quietly rests. Your name doesn't rise in the melody, it doesn't need to. It exists in a softer register, something distant, something true. I thought I'd need a final answer, something solid I could use. But all I need tonight is knowing there's nothing left to prove. I used to confuse love with defense. Now I don't. There's nothing left to prove, no ending to explain. The piano holds a steady line, the strings don't overstate the pain. No victory, no excuse, no role I have to choose. There's nothing left to prove. The tempo moves like normal breathing, not dramatic, not slow. It doesn't highlight the moment, it lets it go. The orchestra arrives with distance, like it respects the space. It doesn't try to elevate the scene, it lets it fade. I stop measuring what we were or what we failed to be. Some chapters close without instruction, and that's okay with me. The calm doesn't feel like giving up, it feels like standing down, like setting something heavy aside without putting it down hard. If peace doesn't feel impressive, then this must be peace. There's nothing left to prove, no ending to explain. The piano holds a steady line, the strings don't overstate the pain. No victory, no excuse, no role I have to choose. There's nothing left to prove. Maybe love was never meant to win, maybe it was meant to be lived. If this is all that remains of it, then this is what it gives. The orchestra swells once gently, then releases the sound. It trusts the silence to finish what it started now. There's nothing left to prove, and I don't feel undone as the final chord fades into air. I'm still standing where I'm from, no echo asking me to move. There's nothing left to prove. The music ends without ceremony. The piano begins when the room is empty, after the applause is gone. No one's watching, no one's waiting, the moment moves on. I sit with the sound longer than before, not searching for a sign, just letting the quiet confirm that the ending was mine. Your memory doesn't enter the spotlight, it stays where it belongs, like a character written with care, but no longer on. I don't feel erased by this silence, I feel restored, like something returned to its place after being borrowed. I don't wait for recognition now, I don't need it. This is after the applause, when nothing asks for more. The piano plays, the strings respond and fade toward the door. No curtain call, no pause, no reason to stay. This is after the applause. lets feeling go. The orchestra opens briefly, then steps aside. It knows this part belongs to me and my quiet life. I stop replaying what we said or what we couldn't say. Some endings don't want revision, they want to stay the way they played. And strangely, that feels complete, even without release. Like truth that doesn't need to hurt to finally bring peace. If closure isn't loud, then this is closure. This is after the applause, when nothing asks for more. The piano plays, the strings respond and fade toward the door. No curtain call, no pause, no reason to stay. This is after the applause. Maybe love doesn't need witnesses, maybe it already had them. If this is where the story ends, then this is where I stand. The orchestra swells one final time and leaves the space intact. Not everything that mattered needs to come back. This was after the applause, and I didn't feel alone. As the final harmony disappeared, I felt at home. No final bow, no last clause, just after the applause. The lights come up slowly and I the lights come up slowly and I breathe. The piano starts like time settling. Now I'm moving, not still. Every note lands without resistance, without will. Nothing here is asking for resolution. Nothing pleads. The sound exists in simple motion and leads. I don't anticipate a feeling shift, I let it stay. The past doesn't call for explanation. Today, what we had doesn't need distance to be clear. It stands exactly where it ended. Here, I used to chase understanding. Now I stand. This is where time settles, where nothing bends. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently end. No pressure, no rebuttals. This is where time settles. The tempo feels deliberately human at rest. It doesn't stretch toward importance, it's content. The orchestra opens like a horizon, then slows. It doesn't ask the moment where it goes. I stop preparing for emotion, the return or pain. Some endings don't revisit you, they remain. And remaining doesn't feel like waiting, it feels done, like something heavy set aside without a sound. If relief feels ordinary, that's enough. This is where time settles, where nothing bends. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently end. No pressure, no rebuttals. This is where melody repeats with softer edges, less reach. It doesn't ask the past for context, it releases each. I feel the quiet stabilize my breath, slow. Nothing here is asking me to go. The orchestra swells one final time, then clears. It leaves behind untroubled years. This is where time settles, and I stay as the final harmony dissolves to air. I don't sway, no echo left to wrestle. This is where time settles. The piano stops naturally, like it always planned to. The piano enters like held silence, something already there. It doesn't ask me to acknowledge it, it's aware. Every note feels self-contained, unconcerned with proof. The sound exists for what it is, and that's enough truth. I don't feel urgency in the memory, it doesn't press, it rests like something understood. Nothing less, what we were doesn't haunt the space, it shares it well, like a quiet thought allowed to dwell. I thought quiet meant absence, now I know better. This is held silence, not empty, not cold. The piano moves, the strings respond and loosen their hold. No fracture hidden in compliance. This is held silence. The tempo breathes like ordinary time, not staged, it doesn't underline the feeling. It behaves, the orchestra widens carefully, then recedes. It understands this moment, doesn't need, I stop searching for emotional clarity or release. Some endings don't deliver answers, they decrease. And in that reduction, something open, something true. Space enough to finally hear what's new. If calm doesn't arrive loudly, it still arrives. This is held silence, not empty, not cold. The piano moves, the strings respond and loosen their hold. No fracture hidden in compliance. This is held silence. Maybe love doesn't echo forever, maybe it settles in place. If this is how it sounds afterward, I'll take the space. The harmony stretches gently outward, then steadies. It doesn't rise toward meaning, it radiates. I stand inside the quiet it creates, unmoved, nothing here is asking me to prove. The orchestra lifts once more, then fades. It leaves the ending unafraid. This is held silence, and I'm intact as the final chord dissolves to nothing. I don't look back, no way disguised as guidance. This is held silence. now begins without direction, like it already knows the way. Every note feels unconcerned with what I'll say. There's no tension in the silence, no need to brace or lean. The sound just occupies the space between. I don't feel pulled toward the memory, it stays where it belongs, like a scene that ended naturally without a song. What we were doesn't interrupt the rhythm now. It exists without instruction, without a vow. I used to think endings needed force. Now I don't. This is soft closure, nothing to defend. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently bend. No last confession, no exposure. This is soft closure. The tempo moves like steady ground, unrushed, unchanged. It doesn't dramatize the moment, it behaves. The orchestra opens like a window, then quietly retreats. It doesn't stay to dominate what it means. I stop rehearsing alternate versions, different turns, some endings don't improve with that. It's they learn, and what they learn is simple, clear, and kind. That nothing else is waiting in rewind. If peace feels understated, it's still peace. This is soft closure, nothing to defend. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently bend. No last confession, no exposure. This is soft closure. Maybe love doesn't need completion. Maybe it already ran its course. If this is where the sound rests now, I won't force. Extended bridge, the melody repeats with less weight, less reach. It doesn't ask the past for meaning, it releases each. I feel the quiet settle in my chest, not tight, not loose, just balance enough to choose what's true. The orchestra swells once carefully, then steps aside. It leaves the ending untouched. Why? This is soft closure, and I remain as the final harmony fades to air. Nothing strains, no echo searching for composure. This is soft closure. The piano stops mid-breath, and nothing follows. The piano begins after the moment, already past. Nothing near is chasing meaning, nothing asks. The notes arrive like they've accepted where they land. No hesitation in their movement, no demand. I don't feel pulled toward another ending, another frame. The story doesn't need expansion or a name. What we had doesn't collapse or burn at rest. like something finished honestly and left. I don't measure what is missing now, I notice what remains. This is an end without weight, without collapse. The piano stays, the strings release what they class. No fear attached, no debt to pay. This is an end without weight. The tempo stays deliberately human, unafraid. It doesn't stretch the feeling out, it doesn't fade too fast. The orchestra enters with restraint, then recedes. It knows this isn't where the sound needs to lead. I stop waiting for the ache to rise or for tears. Some endings don't arrive with pain, they arrive with years. And all those years have carried me right here, standing upright in the quiet, clear. If relief feels subtle, it still counts. This is an end without weight, without collapse. The piano stays, the strings release what they clasp. No fear attached, no debt to pay. This is an end without weight. Maybe love isn't meant to stay heavy, maybe it's meant to pass through. If this is all it leaves behind, it's still due. The harmony opens wider now, then steadies. It doesn't rush toward closure, it readies. I take one breath inside the sound, then another. Nothing here is asking me to recover. The orchestra lifts once more, then lets go. It trusts the silence to finish what it knows. This was an end without weight, and I remain as the final chord dissolves away. I don't strain, no echo waits, no part delayed. This was an end without weight. This was an end without weight. The piano ends in open air, and I step forward. The piano enters like a thought. I don't interrupt. It doesn't ask me to respond, doesn't erupt. Every note is self-contained, nothing spills. The sound exists for what it is, and that feels real. I don't search the quiet for your voice, I don't rewind. The past rests where it belongs, outside of time. What we were doesn't pull me back, it doesn't stay. It stands like something understood and placed away. It's still I feel the absence first, but I feel calm. Stillness remains after everything falls. The piano moves, the strings respond and dissolve. No promise breaks, no silence reigns. Stillness remains. The orchestra opens slowly now, doesn't claim the spotlight, it knows my name. I let the sound surround the space between my thoughts. Nothing here is trying to heal what isn't lost. I stop explaining what went wrong, why it ended here. Some stories finish quietly once they're clear. The lack of drama feels complete, almost kind, like something finally allowed to leave my mind. If peace doesn't announce itself, it's still peace. Stillness remains after everything falls. The piano moves, the strings respond, then dissolve. No promise breaks, no silence reigns. Stillness remains. Maybe love doesn't leave a mark, maybe it leaves room. If this is all the sound that's left, I'll use it well. The melody stretches outward now, not upward, not loud. It doesn't search for meaning, it allows. I stand inside the quiet space it creates and feel how much of me is still intact. The orchestra swells one final time and steps aside. It leaves the ending undefined, but right, stillness remains, and I don't resist as the final chord releases me. I exist. No shadow stays, no light complains. Stillness remains. The sound fades slowly into air, and so do I. The piano starts before I'm ready, like it doesn't need permission. Each note falls into the room with quiet precision. Nothing here is trying to impress, nothing needs to stay. The sound just settles into place and waits. I don't brace myself for memories, I don't turn away. They pass like background scenery on an ordinary day. What we were doesn't interrupt what I've become. It exists without demanding anything from me now. I used to think peace would feel empty, but it feels clear. This is quiet resolution, no answers left to find. The piano holds a steady ground, the strings stay kind. No triumphs, no illusion, no reason to pretend. This is quiet resolution in the end. The tempo moves like breathing does, unforced, unplanned. I don't hold on to the silence, I let it stand. The orchestra arrives like weather, brief and wide. It doesn't change the atmosphere, it just passes by. I don't rewrite the conversation, I don't add a line. Some truths don't need improvement once they've had time. The calm doesn't feel like distance, it feels earned. nothing hurts right now, that doesn't mean nothing matters. This is quiet resolution, no answers left to find. The piano holds a steady ground, the strings stay kind. No triumph, no illusion, no reason to pretend. This is quiet resolution in the end. Maybe love was never meant to stay, maybe it was meant to shape. If this is all it leaves behind, then this is what I take. The orchestra widens softly, then fades again, and knows exactly when to leave the rest to me. Extended bridge, the melody repeats itself, but differently this time, like it learned how to exist. Without the climb, no urgency remains inside the sound. No plea, just space enough for me to stand and breathe. This is quiet resolution, and I'm still whole. As the final harmony dissolves, I let it go. No echo chasing after me, no role left to play. This is quiet resolution, and I stay. The piano ends where it began, and nothing asks for more. The piano starts as the lights come back on, soft enough not to intrude. Every note feels transitional, like something between moods. I don't rush to gather my thoughts, I let them stay scattered. Nothing needs to be resolved for this to have mattered. Your absence doesn't feel heavy now, it feels placed like a chapter that found its ending without being erased. I thought I'd feel the drop afterward, that hollow, empty sound. But what I feel is something steadier, like solid ground. I don't cling to the final note, I let it go. This is when the lights come back on, and the music slows. The piano fades, the strings let go of what they used to hold. No darkness left to outrun, no shadow to outrun. This is when the lights come back on. The melody doesn't look behind, it doesn't look ahead. It stays exactly where it is, and that's enough instead. The orchestra breathes around the sound, then quietly withdraws and knows this moment doesn't need a cause. I stand up without hesitation, without regret. Some endings don't ask for mourning, they just let you get. And in this simple act of moving on, without resistance or fear, I realize I'm not leaving anything, I'm just here. If peace feels ordinary, then this is peace. This is when the lights come back on, and the music slows. The piano fades, the strings let go of what they used to hold. No darkness left to outrun, no shadow to outrun. This is when the lights come back on. Oh, maybe endings aren't meant to echo, maybe they're meant to clear. If If this is all the sound that's left, then I'm okay right here. The orchestra swells once gently, then releases the air. It leaves the rest to silence fair. This was when the lights came back on, and I didn't look away. As the final chord dissolved to quiet, I stayed okay. No after scene, no lingering tone, just the lights back on. The room returns to normal, and so do I. The piano starts like time settling, not moving, not still. Every note lands without resistance, without will. Nothing here is asking for resolution, nothing pleads. The sound exists in simple motion and leads. I don't anticipate a feeling shift, I let it stay. The past doesn't call for explanation today. But what we had doesn't need distance. To be clear, it stands exactly where it ended, here. I used to chase understanding, now I stand. This is where time settles, where nothing bends. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently end. No pressure, no rebuttals. This is where time settles. The tempo feels deliberately human. At rest, it doesn't stretch toward importance, it's content. The orchestra opens like a horizon, then slows. It doesn't ask the moment where it goes. I stop preparing for emotion or return or pain. Some endings don't revisit you, they remain. And remaining doesn't feel like waiting, it feels done, like something heavy set aside without a sound. If relief feels ordinary, that's enough. This is where time settles, where nothing bends. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently end. No pressure, no rebuttals. This is where time settles. Maybe love isn't meant to carry forward, maybe it's meant to land. If this is where it finally rests, I understand. Extended bread repeats with softer edges, less reach. It doesn't ask the past for context, it releases each. I feel the quiet stabilize my breath, slow. Nothing here is asking me to go. The orchestra swells one final time, then clears. It leaves behind untroubled years. This is where time settles, and I stay as the final harmony dissolves to air. I don't sway, no echo, left to wrestle, This is where time settles. The piano stops naturally, like it always planned to. The piano enters like held silence, something already there. It doesn't ask me to acknowledge it, it's so aware. Every note feels self-contained, unconcerned with proof. The sound exists for what it is, and that's enough truth. I don't feel urgency in the memory, it doesn't press, it rests like something understood, nothing less. What we were doesn't haunt the space, it shares it well, like a quiet thought allowed to dwell. I thought quiet meant absence, now I know better. This is held silence, not empty, not cold. The piano moves, the strings respond and loosen their hold. No fracture hidden in compliance. This is held silence. The tempo breathes like ordinary time, not staged. It doesn't underline the feeling, it behaves. The orchestra widens carefully, then recedes. It understands this moment doesn't need. I stop searching for emotional clarity or release. Some endings don't deliver answers, they decrease. And in that reduction, something opens, something true. Space enough to finally hear what's new. Ooh. If calm doesn't arrive loudly, it still arrives. This is held silence, not empty, not cold. The piano moves, the strings respond and loosen their hold. No fracture hidden in compliance. This is held silence, yeah. Maybe love doesn't echo forever, maybe it settles in place. If this is how it sounds afterward, I'll take the space. The harmony stretches gently outward, then steadies. It doesn't rise toward meaning, it readies. I stand inside the quiet it creates, unmoved. Nothing here is asking me to prove. The orchestra lifts once more, then fades. It leaves the ending unafraid. This is held silence, and I'm intact as the final chord dissolves to nothing. I don't look back, no weight disguised as guidance. This is held silence. The sound ends where listening begins. The piano begins without direction, like it already knows the way. Every note feels unconcerned with what I'll say. There's no tension in the silence, no need to brace or lean. The sound just occupies the space between. I don't feel pulled toward the memory, it stays where it belongs, like a scene that ended naturally without a song. What we were doesn't interrupt the rhythm now. It exists without instruction, without a vow. I used to think endings needed force, now I don't. This is soft closure, nothing nothing to defend. The piano stays, the strings arrive and gently bend. No last confession, no exposure. This is soft closure. The tempo moves like steady ground, unrushed, unchanged. It doesn't dramatize the moment, it behaves. The orchestra opens like a window, then quietly retreats. It doesn't stay to dominate what it meets. I stop rehearsing alternate versions, different turns. Some endings don't improve with edits. They learn, and what they learn is simple, clear, and kind. That nothing else is waiting in rewind. If peace feels understated, it's still peace. This is soft closure, nothing to defend. The piano stays, the strings arrive, then gently bend. No last confession, no exposure. This is soft closure. Maybe love doesn't need completion. Maybe it already ran its course. If this is where the sound rests now, I won't force. Extended breathe repeats with less weight, less reach. It doesn't ask the past for meaning, it releases each. I feel the quiet settle in my chest, not tight, not loose, just balanced enough to choose what's true. The orchestra swells once carefully, then steps aside. It leaves the ending untouched, wide. This is soft closure, and I remain as the final harmony fades to air. Nothing strains, no echo searching for composure. This is soft closure. The piano stops mid-breath and nothing follows. The piano begins after the moment already passed. Nothing here is chasing meaning, nothing asks. The notes arrive like they've accepted where they land. No hesitation in their movement, no demand. I don't feel pulled toward another ending, another frame. The story doesn't need expansion or a name. What we had doesn't collapse or burn, it rests like something finished honestly and left. I don't measure what is missing now, I notice what remains. This is an end without weight, without collapse. The piano stays, the strings release what they class. No fear attached, no debt to pay. This is an end without weight. The tempo stays deliberately human, unafraid. It doesn't stretch the feeling out, it doesn't fade too fast. The orchestra enters with restraint, then recedes. It knows this isn't where the sound needs to lead. I stop waiting for the ache to rise or for tears. Some endings don't arrive with pain, they arrive with years. And all those years have carried me right here, standing upright in the quiet, clear. If relief feels subtle, it still counts. This is an end without weight, without collapse. The piano stays, the strings release what they clasp. No fear attached, no debt to pay. This is an end without weight. Maybe love isn't meant to stay heavy, maybe it's meant to pass through. If this is all it leaves behind, then this will do. Extended bridge opens wider now, then steadies. It doesn't rush toward closure, it readies. I take one breath inside the sound, then another. Nothing here is asking me to recover. The orchestra lifts once more, then lets go. It trusts the silence to finish what it knows. This was an end without weight, and I remain as the final chord dissolves away. I don't strain, no echo waits, no part delayed. This was an end without weight. The piano ends in open air, and I step forward. The piano answers like a thought. I don't interrupt. It doesn't ask me to respond. It doesn't erupt. Every note is self-contained. Nothing spills. The sound exists for what it is, and that feels real. I don't search the quiet for your voice. I don't rewind. The past rests where it belongs, outside of time. What we were doesn't pull me back. It doesn't stay. It stands like something understood and placed away. I thought I'd feel the absence first, but I feel calm. Stillness remains after everything falls. The piano moves, the strings respond, then dissolve. No promise breaks, no silent strain. Stillness remains. The orchestra opens slowly now, a careful frame. It doesn't claim the spotlight, it knows my name. I let the sound surround the space between my thoughts. Nothing here is trying to heal what isn't lost. I stop explaining what went wrong or why it ended here. Some stories finish quietly once they're clear. The lack of drama feels complete, almost Extended stretches outward now, not upward, not loud. It doesn't search for meaning, it allows. I stand inside the quiet space it creates and feel how much of me is still intact. The orchestra swells one final time, then steps aside. And so do I. The piano starts before I'm ready, like it doesn't need permission. Each note falls into the room with quiet precision. Nothing here is trying to impress, nothing needs to stay. The sound just settles into place and waits. I don't brace myself for memories, I don't turn away. They pass like background scenery on an ordinary day. What we were doesn't interrupt what I've become. It exists without demanding anything from me now. I used to think peace would feel empty, but it feels clear. This is quiet resolution, no answers left to find. The piano holds a steady ground, the strings stay kind. No triumphs, no illusion, no reason to pretend. This is quiet resolution and the end. The tempo moves like breathing does, unforced, unplanned. I don't hold on to the silence, I let it stand. The orchestra arrives like weather, brief and wide. It doesn't change the atmosphere, it just passes by. I don't rewrite the conversation, I don't add a line. Some truths don't need improvement once they've had time. The calm doesn't feel like distance, it feels earned, like something heavy finally unlearned. Learned if nothing hurts right now, that doesn't mean nothing matters. This is quiet resolution, no answers left to find. The piano holds a steady ground, the strings stay kind. No triumphs, no illusion, no reason to pretend. This is quiet resolution and the end. Maybe love was never meant to stay, maybe it was meant to shape. If this is all it leaves behind, then this is what I take. The orchestra widens softly, then fades again. It knows exactly when to leave the rest to me. Extended bridge, the melody repeats itself, but differently this time. Like you learned how to exist without the climb. No piano ends where it began, and nothing asks for more. The piano starts as the lights come back on, soft enough not to intrude. Every note feels transitional, like something between moods. I don't rush to gather my thoughts, I let them stay scattered. Nothing needs to be resolved for this to matter. Your absence doesn't feel heavy now, it feels placed, like a chapter that found its ending without being erased. I thought I'd feel the drop afterward, that hollow, empty sound. But what I feel is something steadier, like solid ground. I don't cling to the final note, I let it go. This is when the lights come back on, and the music slows. The piano fades, the strings let go of what they used to hold. No darkness left to outrun, no shadow to outrun. This is when the lights come back on. The melody doesn't look behind, it doesn't look ahead. It stays exactly where it is, and that's enough instead. The orchestra breathes around the sound and quietly withdraws. It knows this moment doesn't need a cause. Oh, I stand up without hesitation, without regret. Some endings don't ask for mourning, they just let you get it. And in this simple act of moving on without resistance or fear, I realize I'm not leaving anything, I'm just here. If peace feels ordinary, then this is peace. This is when the lights come back on, and the music slows. The piano fades, the strings let go of what they used to hold. No darkness left to outrun, no shadow to outrun. This is when the lights come back on. Maybe endings aren't meant to echo, maybe they're meant to clear. If this is all the sound that's left, then I'm okay right here. The orchestra swells once gently, then releases the air. It leaves the rest to silence. This was when the lights came back on, and I didn't look away. As the final chord dissolved to quiet, I stayed okay. No after scene, no lingering tone, just the lights back on. The room returns to normal, and so do I. The room returns to normal, and so do I. The piano begins when the room is empty, after the applause is gone. No one's watching, no one's waiting. The moment moves on, I sit with the sound longer than before. Not searching for a sign, just letting the quiet confirm that the ending was mine. Your memory doesn't enter the spotlight, it stays where it belongs, like a character written with care, but no longer on. I don't feel erased by this silence, I feel restored, like something returned to its place after being being borrowed. I don't wait for recognition now. I don't need it. This is after the applause, when nothing asks for more. The piano plays, the strings respond, fade toward the door. No curtain call, no pause, no reason to stay. This is after the applause. The tempo moves like ordinary time, not cinematic, not slow. It doesn't ask me to feel deeply, it lets feeling go. The orchestra opens briefly, then steps aside. It knows this part belongs to me and my quiet life. I stop replaying what we said or what we couldn't say. Some endings don't want revision, they wanna stay the way they play. And strangely, that feels complete even without release. Like truth that doesn't need to hurt to finally bring peace. If closure isn't loud, then this is close. This is after the applause, when nothing asks for more. The piano plays, the strings respond, then fade toward the door. No curtain call, no pause, no reason to stay. This is after the applause. Maybe love doesn't need witnesses, maybe it already had them. If this is where the story ends, then this is where I stand. The orchestra swells one final time, then leaves the space intact. Not everything that mattered needs to come back. This was after the applause, and I didn't feel alone. As the final harmony disappeared, I felt at home. No final bow, no last clause, just after the applause. The applause. The lights come up slowly, and I breathe. The piano plays without intention, like it already said enough. Every note feels unconcerned with being strong or being tough. I don't prepare for disappointment, I don't guard against regret. The story doesn't ask for judgment, it just quietly rests. Your name doesn't rise in the melody, it doesn't need to. It exists in a softer register, something distant, something true. I thought I need a final answer, something solid I could use. But all I need tonight is knowing there's nothing left to prove. I used to confuse love with defense, now I don't. There's nothing left to prove, no ending to explain. The piano holds a steady line, the strings don't overstate the pain. No victory, no excuse, no role I have to choose. There's nothing left to prove. The tempo moves like normal breathing, not dramatic, not slow. It doesn't highlight the moment, it lets it go. The orchestra arrives with distance, like it respects the space. It doesn't try to elevate the scene, it lets it fade. I stopped measuring what we were or what we failed to be. Some chapters close without instruction, and that's okay with me. The calm doesn't feel like giving up, it feels like standing down, like setting something heavy aside without putting it down hard. If peace doesn't feel important, then this must be peace. There's nothing left to prove, no ending to explain. The piano holds a steady line, the strings don't overstate the pain. No victory, no excuse, no role I have to choose. There's nothing left to prove. Maybe love was never meant to win, maybe it was meant to be lived. If this is all that remains of it, then this is what it gives. The orchestra swells once gently, then releases the sound. It trusts the silence to finish what it started now. There's nothing left to prove, and I don't feel undone. As the final chord fades into air, I'm still standing where I'm from. No echo asking me to move. There's nothing left to prove. The music ends without ceremony, and I accept it.